Hey guys, how you doing? This is JP Saricolia. Once again, welcome to another episode of the Sunday Vlog. And of course, I hope you are getting ready for this coming week. And before we get to that, let's just discuss some of the important news that happened last week. If you follow my channel closely, you know that this past week I offer a small coverage of Gamescom 2018. Great convention, great gathering in Cologne, Germany for all the developers, gamers, and people all over the world. The Surge 2 is a game that is coming out in 2019. It's a continuation of The Surge that was released last year, developed by Vector Team, which is a German company, and published by Focus Home Interactive, which is a French company. The Surge 2 is an action RPG in the veins of Bloodborne and Dark Souls. The difference here, of course, that you have exosuits, and it's in a post-apocalyptic setting. It's definitely, the Surge is one of those games that for a lot of people kind of went under the radar. A lot of people didn't really care much about it. Some of the reviewers didn't care much about it, particularly in YouTube, but it really gathered a big following. So now with the second one, and we saw the trailer, they have improved some of the effects, some of the graphics, some of the mechanics, some of the things that are there. I'm really looking forward to see more about The Surge. We also saw a trailer for Darksiders 3. This third installment is developed by Gunfire Games with their Unreal Engine 4, and is published by THQ Nordic. The Darksiders 1 and 2 are well-known games. They're definitely, they have a big following. They've been released on almost every single console. They're hack and slash action adventure video games. And in this case, this story, for this particular one, the installment, it's Fury, the Sister of War, one of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. It really looks cool. It really looks like any other hack and slash in this genre. And I definitely, it's going to be one that a lot of people are going to be looking forward to. We also saw more updates for Overwatch. We saw the animated short, the Shooting Star animated short, which was a 7-minute, close to 8-minute short, which was pretty cool. Definitely, I would like to see a animated movie at some point from this franchise. We also saw a new trailer for the new Busan control map. Really cool. So Overwatch continues to expand. Right now, the Legendary Edition is out for sale. Good thing. What I like about Overwatch is the fact that even though they have expanded, you continue to expand a lot of things within the game. Most of the loot boxes that you find in the game that had nothing to do with, microtransactions for you to actually win. So you're not paying to win. It's just all the different things that you can add, different colors, different things to your armor, all of those things to your weapons. You can customize your weapons, all of that, which is cool. And I definitely like Overwatch, and it continues to grow. We'll see what's next and what more DLC and updates we'll get in the upcoming year. We also saw a trailer for the Halo, the Master Chief Collection, now enhanced for Xbox One X. Definitely cool. Who doesn't really love? If you're a fan of Xbox, you definitely are a fan of Halo. It's going to be able to now go up to 4K, of course, UHD and HDR. So those that they have this type of televisions, they will really greatly benefit from it. But also you have faster loading times, which is great, and also much better matchmaking, online matchmaking, and improve local, multiplayer. We also saw more trailers for the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is an upcoming game. It's coming out actually on October 5th. It definitely looks really cool. In the setting, which is now in Greece in a Peloponnesian War. Really cool. I really like what they have. The trailer looks right. Both trailers look great. According to some of the interviews, Ubisoft is saying that they have no plans to release a new game, Assassin's Creed game, in 2019. They want to continue with Odyssey, and they want to bring more expansions to it, which I think is a great idea. I think we've been getting a lot of Assassin's Creed games, which is a really big hitter for Ubisoft. But I feel that at some point, you have to kind of slow down a bit. We also saw another trailer for The Crew 2. This one is a free expansion. It's a Gator Rush. I really like it. It was pretty cool. This new update is with hovercrafts and all kind of water vehicles. So it really looks phenomenal. Really looks very fun. You know, if you really like this type of games, I really like racing games. Most importantly, not because I get too much into the story, but because they're just fun to play, you know, casually. In my case. So I know a lot of people are excited. This comes, of course, with a season pass. So you have the season pass, it's going to be free. Really looking forward to really play it. It really looks cool. Brawlhalla, it's a free-to-play fighting game developed by Blue Mammoth. It is already on the PS4 and on PC, but now it's coming to the Xbox and it's coming to Switch. It is a free-to-play. You can choose between 41 characters. In the free-to-play state, you only can choose 6 every week. You know, between those 41, you can only choose 6 characters, and they rotate every week. But of course, you can buy all this, and you can buy the DLC. It's a pretty cool game. It's a pretty cool concept. I really like it. It's fun. It's very technical, and you can do all kind of things, different modes. It's primarily for multiplayer options. You can also do co-op. Another cool reveal from Ubisoft was Anno 1800. Anno 1800 is developed by Blue Byte and is, of course, published by Ubisoft, and only for the PC. The Anno, it's a real-time strategy game series with business simulation and building simulation. Definitely, it's one of those games where you can actually kind of build your world like The Sims. You build the world, but it's on a historical setting. In this particular game, it's based actually on the Industrial Revolution time. So you can do all kind of things. It's a pretty cool concept. It's only for PC. Hopefully at some point it can come to one of the consoles so we can try it out. But definitely I really find this trailer, I really find this game very cool. Now, the one that everyone is really excited about and people are talking about, although a lot of the people are really disappointed, including me, because there was not much reveals, at least for the public, on Gamescom, was Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 is a first-person RPG game, action game, that is developed by CD Projekt Red, which is known for the Witcher series. It's a Polish company. Definitely really like it, and we saw in E3, we saw the video, a good trailer. They have the same trailer this time. It's a pretty cool trailer. It has a cyberpunk theme, which is pretty cool, and a modern setting, and it does have a little bit of the feel of course, the GTA game. So definitely it's a lot to it, really a lot of stuff that is coming. It's coming through this game. A lot of people are really excited for what is to come. This game has been in development for I think 6-7 years. We have seen a lot of reveals in the past. Nothing has been set in stone in regards to when it's going to be released. We know they might release next year. We hope it releases next year, and hopefully it's to everyone's standard of desires. But definitely it's really looking, we're really looking forward to it. And it's based on the tabletop game Cyberpunk 2020, which is also a classic, a modern classic of tabletop RPG games. I'm talking about games. Recently there was a conference in Japan, in the Computers Entertainment Developers Conference, where actually Shigeru Miyamoto, who is the creator of Mario, Zelda, and Star Fox, and many of the Nintendo games, really a legend in gaming. He was interviewed and he mentioned, he criticized free-to-play games models. The model of the free-to-play. He mentioned that I'm going to quote this: companies should release games at reasonable prices rather than leading to microtransactions and other cash grabs that often come with free-to-play. And of course, he expanded into this by mentioning that one of the biggest problems that we have in gaming today is that companies are creating a model where actually people are coming into the game. You have a lot of free-to-play systems, and people, not only that, people buy full games are not finished, they're not complete. And companies are planning actually to use this as platforms to create services where you have to pay for microtransactions. In other words, pay to win. And not necessarily just for new skins to your weapons or new skins to your character, but most importantly about how to win. And that's something that companies like EA, companies like Ubisoft is doing right now, and other companies are really into the loot boxes things, and you have to buy season passes. You have to say season 1, season 2, season 3, and you keep adding and adding and adding. So he was very vocal about it. He says companies should concentrate more in developing games that people love, that people can play, and in the long run this is more is beneficial for the market because people are willing to spend more money. Now, moving from gaming into movies, as you know, after what happened with James Gunn, and he was fired from, and all the upheaval and all the stuff that happened, last pretty much throughout this month and part of the end of last month in regards to this, Guardians of the Galaxy has been put on hold. For now, Marvel and Disney are still looking for a director for the third volume, for the third movie, and they're already having their team, preparing for the filming, which was supposed to start next year, early next year. So they put that on hold, and a lot of people were released for I suppose their contracts for the time being to go into another project. So right now things are kind of shaky, which is kind of sad. The plan was to have a movie by 2020. Not sure if we're going to have that after this because finding a director, finding a new script, all of that is in the it's part of what they're trying to do with their strategy. I don't know if Marvel or Disney are trying to bring also the X-Men or the Fantastic Four into this new plan. Of course, with everything that has happened recently, I think they're adapting to the whole thing. The only thing is, it's sad for us because we really, really love, Guardians of the Galaxy. Definitely, it's a good part of the MCU, and not seeing another movie from them is definitely kind of sad, particularly in the circumstances that this happened. The firing of James Gunn. So hopefully, Marvel and Disney can get this work, done, can get it together, and they can get at least, if James Gunn is out of the picture, then just bring someone else. I think there's plenty talented directors that they can bring this in, and we can still have Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, one of the news, or the most important news, as you can see, is Venom. Venom is coming. It's releasing in October. A lot of people are excited for Venom. But this week there was a lot of talks in regards to the rating, whether it's a PG-13 movie or an R-rated movie. And I think I've seen throughout online, I see a lot of the fans are extremely divided. A lot of people, particularly a lot of younger people, want an R-rated movie. A lot of older fans of Venom or older fans of Spider-Man, they want a PG-13. They want a PG-13, and a big portion of the people don't care whether it's R-rated or PG-13 as long as it's a good movie. In my opinion, what I've seen so far from the trailer, I'm not crazy about the film. I'm not crazy about the origin story of that they're trying to present here. It has nothing to do with the comics, in my opinion. But I let it fly. Whatever. It happens. I might end up watching it like everyone else. But ultimately, I feel that the part that I'm really not clicking, what a lot of people are saying online, is that it should be an R-rated because it says Venom is an R-rated character because he's a killer and all those things. And to me, it's like, I'm sorry, but you have not read comics then. You might say, because this is it, everybody jumps into the bandwagon of I'm a fan of a character just because it's cool and everybody talks about it, but they have no idea, have zero understanding of the character. Venom has never been an R-rated character. He has never been part of an R-rated series. Yes, it's been hinted, it's part of the comics. But this idea that I feel that people are saying, they're saying, the movies need to be R-rated in order to succeed, then I think it's completely missing the point. I don't think the rating matters in a movie more than just a good script, a good story, and good acting and directing. I think those are the elements that make a movie great. Not the rating. Not because you throw more F-bombs, or because you have nudity, or because you had gore and blood and all that, you're going to make a movie better. Some of the best movies, even some of the best horror movies in the world, the classic horror movies, even the best thrillers, are not even R-rated. So, when people come with that nonsense to say this and that, they have no idea. I'm sorry. And this brings me to this point, really to the end of this video. Personally, I'm a fan of anything that is accurate, at least gets close to the book. I don't have a problem with Deadpool. I was not a fan of the R rating. I feel that the second movie kind of took it over the top even more, just for the sake of doing it, not necessarily because it was part of the story. It was a continuation. It wasn't bad. It had fun moments, but some of the things are really off, the chart, particularly when I've been reading Deadpool, and Deadpool, for the most part of his life, has always been a PG-13 character. It has always been a teen character. That's always been the case. But, of course, just give it to the people that they assume when they call themselves fans when they're not really fans. They're fans for the moment because it's cool to be a fan for the moment. And everyone is an expert nowadays. And, and they jump on it, and that's fine. Logan, got a little, bloody, which to me, I like the movie, but I felt that there were a lot of the unnecessary language within the movie. I think the movie was great in itself, without a lot of more darker themes. The blood I can deal with. It's just the constant, the constant bad language to me was like, we have seen Logan for the longest, in a PG-13 storyline, just to go to Logan, just to become completely deranged. And I'm going to be honest with this. If the script was created originally as an R-rated film, then it should stick with that and not drop it into a PG-13 movie. But if it was created as a PG-13 movie, it shouldn't just be bumped into an R-rated movie just to please some fans. Because definitely that's what a lot of movies do. A lot of people do, trying to please people. They just raise the factor, the wow factor, just to kind of like make some people happy, not necessarily everyone happy. And I feel that that's the part. In my opinion, movies are good as they are. They are pieces of art, and I don't have a problem with the rating as long as the movies are done well. And I believe that that's the same case here. I don't think that it should be an R-rated. That's my opinion. I respect it if that's what they decide to create. But ultimately, they want to bring this character with the Spider-Man, the Homecoming Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man. I don't see that they're both on the same level, artistic-wise, or the same universe. So we don't know. We'll see what happens. Definitely, it's my opinion. I know some people might disagree with me on this, but take it from someone that has read Venom from the beginning, has read the stories of Venom, has followed Venom. I'm not just someone that just came to be just recently, just last year, because there's a lot of Venom everywhere, in the movies and in the cartoons, or on the games, or and the statues. No, I've been I know Venom since since it came out. I've been reading Venom stories, so definitely to me is not the case. But whatever, I respect other people's opinions. So what do you think about this? Do you think that it deserves to have an R rating? Do you think it deserves a PG-13 rating? Just let me know. Just post your comments below. And once again, I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for watching each single video. As you know, I have all kind of content here, and some of this content might not be suited for you, might not be something that you're looking for, but at least it's there. So every time you support this channel, every time you watch my videos, you definitely are helping me one way or another. So thank you once again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button so you're reminded every time a new video is uploaded. Follow up in my different social media platforms. You have Instagram, you have Facebook page. Follow me there. Follow me on Twitter. Follow my videos. Look at my videos throughout the week. And also don't forget on Saturday mornings I have video book reviews, and of course Sunday you get the blog. So thank you once again. Take care, my friends. I'll see you next week.